Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today we're doing another love reading and we're answering the question, does he or she truly love you? So does your person truly love you? And in this reading, we're taking a look at the connection energy as well as your energy and their energy. And later on, we're getting more into the feelings of your person specifically and how they feel about you, and maybe take a look at what's truly going on with them at this time, because sometimes people truly love you, but there might be some complications why they're not with you or something like that. We might be taking a look at what's holding them back, right? So for this reading, I have made 4 different piles to pick from, as you can see. So we have pile number 1 on the left with the blue Celestite, and I'll show it to you so you can take a better look at it. There you go. For pile number 2, we have the clear aura quartz. Let me see if I can get it focused without putting my hand behind it. Nope. That's better. See? So this is the clear aura quartz for pile 2. For pile 3, we have the Lepidolite. And again, my camera has some issues focusing. This is better, right? Yeah. So that's the Lepidolite. And for the last pile, we have the Labradorite. Let's see if it works. So it has a beautiful blue undertone. There you go. So take your time to pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you have multiple people on your mind that you'd like to know how they feel about you, you might want to pick more than just one pile. But for now, just pick the one that you feel most drawn to. You can always come back later to this part of the reading if you feel like you have more information that you want to know, right? So pick the pile you feel most drawn to and let's get into this reading. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you picked the blue Celestite, this is going to be your reading. And we're going to start out with laying out all the cards for the energy check. So we're starting out with, let me turn it all around, the healer with the number 25. And we also have the number 24 with the rainbow reviver. So if you've watched a few of my videos yet, you might have seen this card already. So maybe if you are still you keep on picking the same main card, you're definitely in the right pile. But if you're not sure yet, let's just check out all the other cards, right? So for person A, we have Panther Spirit with Reclaim Your Power, number 44. This person also has the Moon with the number 32. They have the energy towards the connection is, let me see how I translate that to English. So usually these cards are pretty easy to translate, but this one's like forcefulness, or like it gives me that OCD kind of energy, like having to do things in a certain way. Maybe putting things in a box, needing it to fit the mold, something like that. I think that's how we best translate this thing. If you want, you can look it up on Google Translate. Maybe it'll help you a little bit, but even in Dutch, for me, it's like a difficult word to translate or to understand. And the last energy we have for person A is the 3 of Swords with sadness and isolation. But we can definitely see someone getting out of this cocoon energy and like coming out of the shadows and maybe even transforming. Then for the other person, we have Ant Spirit with the number 1 with Time to Collaborate. They also have the Mountain with the number 21. They have Life's Purpose. See, this one's easier to translate. I'm sorry that the other one was so hard. And they have the Solar Plexus Chakra. There we go. So the solar plexus. I think it's very cool that we have the solar plexus and the sunflower, right? Because it's both very bright yellow, very strong energy to be in. So because this is the energy check and I don't have a full plan as to whether you should be person A or person B, you might resonate with either one of them or even both of them. If you resonate with both, it's just a sign that there is mirroring going on in the connection. Just take that as you're actually in the right pile. But you should see yourself or your person somewhere in this connection. So I want to start out with the connection itself, because this connection is represented by the healer. So to me, that indicates that you are brought on each other's path to heal, or that you both have the purpose to heal other people. Maybe your connection has the capabilities of healing other people, or there is a very healing aspect to this connection. And for most of you, it'll start out with this connection helping you heal yourself. And I feel like for most of you, it's going to end up in, after you have done all your healing, helping other people do the same, helping other people really break certain barriers, heal certain wounds, and like really get the best out of life, find more joy in life. Especially because we have this Rainbow Reviver here. And the Rainbow Reviver talks about finding your joy in the now. That whatever the circumstances are, there is always something to feel joyful about. Like you connecting to Source will give you that joy. In whatever situation you're in at this time, you can always find that joy by just connecting in with Spirit. So I feel like that's something that you are both learning at this time. Maybe you are going through quite a rough time. Especially this Panther Spirit looks like they have been through quite a lot. Especially because we also have the Moon. It's like they're still in the dark. They still aren't sure like where to go. It's like there are a lot of things that are still hidden from them. They're unsure what's happening. Even the Panther itself is like all black, and the card itself, it's like they're surrounded by darkness as well. So this Panther Spirit is still going through quite a lot. I think that they might have become aware of their own limitations that they haven't seen in the past. It's like they locked their heart up in a cage, especially with this visual, right? And I think that they want to free their heart, especially with this Three of Swords. Like they want to free themselves, they want to move towards this connection, but I think that something's holding them back. Maybe their fears are holding them back, especially because we have that isolation. So it's like they are still withholding themselves from this connection. And with the Moon, it's like, I think that they might be afraid of something, because the Moon can indicate that there are secrets. So maybe they have been hurt in the past and they're afraid that that will happen again. But for others, it might just be that they're afraid of the unknown. Maybe this connection is something that they aren't used to, and they're just afraid to open up their heart again because they have been so hurt in the past. Or they are afraid of this relationship being different than they're used to. If you have had me read this card before, you will know that I actually see this card as some kind of LGBTQ card as well, because we have that beautiful rainbow and we have this beautiful woman with all these colorful dots. So it might be that this connection is an LGBTQ kind of connection. That might be one of the sources why this Panther Spirit is a little bit unsure and is still withholding themselves from this connection. So let's talk about the Panther themselves, by the way, because we have that reclaim your power and we have the number 44. So the Panther in itself is very confident. But I feel like this person at this time is still in a phase that they feel disempowered. I feel like they have not reclaimed their power yet. And I think that that's what's holding them back. Like, they are not really able to show up authentically. I think that they still feel like they need to hide certain aspects of themselves, like they have to hide away in the shadows. Maybe they feel like they're not worthy of truly shining bright, showing the world who they are. And again, with the moon as well, it looks like they want to hide away, or they want to keep secrets, or they want to be secretive. It's like they're afraid of showing certain aspects of themselves. Like we said, they're holding their heart in a cage. So this could be like someone that's used to being in heterosexual relationships, and now they've found themselves falling over for someone of the same gender, and they're afraid to show that aspect. Like, they're afraid to show that to the world, to show that to themselves, to admit that to themselves, and especially to admit that to the other person, right? So that could be an example. That doesn't have to be the case, but for some of you it might be. But this person is still hiding in the shadows. They're not ready to step up to their truths yet. I think because they're still dealing with those things about themselves. Like, maybe they always believed something about themselves and now they realize it's not true. Like, it's a whole illusion that's like finally showed up in their face, and they're like, oh, now I have to deal with this shit and I didn't want to, and they'll have to face it. And I think that that's something that they are learning to do at this time, but they're doing that through a phase of introspection, of isolation. So if this is your person, it looks like they really love you, but at the same time, like, you have shown them who they are, who they truly are, and they're kind of afraid to admit to it that that's who they are, because it's scary. I think it's scary to be that person that they actually are. But if you are not confident enough, it's very hard to step up to who they are. If you know what I mean. I hope I'm making sense. But enough said about the Panther. Let's talk about this ant spirit, because this ant spirit is actually doing pretty well. With the mountain here, I think that they have a huge challenge. But because they are an ant, they are so hardworking. They are very good at working with other people as well, that they can make anything happen that they want. They can just achieve anything, because they have the willpower, they have the community, they can achieve anything, literally. And with the solar plexus here, I feel like this person knows who they are. They are confident, they are shining their light on the world, and they know what their life's purpose is, or they have just found out, or they are in the stages of finding out what their life's purpose is. I think that this person is actually quite healed already. Like, I think that this life's purpose might have to do with healing other people, helping other people. But they are working their way to the top of the mountain. They're working their way up, and they're doing it confidently. They're being bold. They're not afraid to fail. I think that this person is just really a go-getter, and I think that their life is really looking up. I think that they have a lot of friends. I think that they are a great part of the community. I think that they are quite social in general, and they just have a great time, and they're not afraid of any challenge. So we can see quite the big contrast between these two people, because I feel like the Panther is at this time more of a loner. I think that they might be even afraid to be with other people, not just in a relationship, but more so as friends or anything like that. I feel like they have the need to keep certain aspects of themselves hidden. They don't like to stand out. But I think that's all because there is still like some wounding going on, or they're still afraid to own up to who they are. They're not ready to reclaim their power yet. Or maybe they will be soon. I cannot talk about that. But at this time, their energy kind of shows us that they want to hide away. They don't want to be seen. I think that they might be afraid that people will look in their direction and think something of them, right? So they want to fit the status quo. They're trying to fit a certain box so they won't be noticed, or they won't get any unnecessary attention. Maybe it has to do with some bullying that they went through in the past, or bullying from friends, bullying from family even. But I think that they're just so afraid that the past might repeat itself, or just the fear of something happening again is really holding them back. And I think that's a shame, because I think that they are wonderful and they could be so strong and powerful. But they have to realize that themselves first. So for most people, I think that you are going to be the ant spirit and that your person's going to be the panther spirit. But maybe you are the panther spirit and you are trying to uncage yourself and you're trying to free yourself from your past, letting go of anything that held you back. But I think that's what I'm seeing here for the energy check. It's time to get into, what am I getting into? We're getting into, damn, my train of thoughts is like crazy right now. It's like totally quiet in here. So we're going to take a look at if they truly love you. We're going to use some oracle cards, and then we're getting into the tarot to see if there's anything that might be holding them back, or why this energy might not be showing up in your life at this time. So let me remove these and let's get into the other cards. Okay, so let's see. How does pile one's person feel about them? We have adjacent possibilities. Another number 24. We had that already. What else do we have, Spirit? We have door to spirit. Interesting. So I think we have the number 24 and 32 now twice. Maybe these are significant ages for you guys. So you might be 24, they might be 32, or the other way around. Or maybe these are important dates. So the 2nd of April, the 4th of February, the 3rd of February, and the 2nd of March, as well as the 24th of this month might be significant. Take that as it resonates, though. Might be different for everybody. Now let's get some more. So how does pile one's person feel about them? Do they truly love them? Let's take a look. Does pile number one's person truly love them? Anything that wants to come out? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we have 2 cards once again. We have Healing Chaos. And we have New Beginnings. Oh, I love that one. So let's get some tarot cards to see how they feel. Do they truly love you? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not great at shuffling my cards, but I wanted to shuffle them anyway. So you get to see my poor job, but it works for me though, right? That's all that matters. There we go. So okay. Let's start out with these. So we have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Wands, the Two of Wands, and Death. So we'll just start out with these 4. We might get some more later. Let's check the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. So let's start out with the Oracle cards. So we have Healing Chaos, Adjacent Possibilities, Door to Spirit, and New Beginnings. I hope you guys can see them all. There you go. So what I'm seeing here is that when you met, you stirred the pot. You really stirred the pot, especially with this Healing Chaos. So when you came in, this person just was blown out of the water. They did not see this coming. They were totally in shock. Like we said, it's like they were blindfolded, and now that blindfold is torn off and they can see the truth. And that's very scary. And I think that that's what we're seeing here with that Healing Chaos. And it is a similar energy that we saw in the energy check with that sadness and isolation and that healing, that deep healing of what was going on. So again, we can see that you were like the igniter of a beautiful transformation for them. And we can see that same energy with the Death card here, by the way, but we'll talk about that later. Why do I always want to go like all over the place? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it like nicely paced. But we can definitely see like you ignited a lot of chaos for them. And I think that at a certain time, they were really looking at what other options do I have, right? Like, do I really have to go through the hard route? Do I really have to do this? Like, I really love this person, but this is so difficult. I've never been through something like this. The emotions are so intense. Can I try something else? Like, is that gonna satisfy me in any way? And I think that they might have tried with Adjacent Possibilities, but it didn't work. And that's what's going on. Like, maybe your person like ran away from you because it was too much, it was too intense, and they tried out other relationships or other people with this Adjacent Possibilities. But I think soon enough they will realize, or they have realized, that it's not working for them. Like, the more they want to try and run away from this connection, like, the more intense it gets. Like we see with Spirit here, like the door to Spirit. Like, Spirit won't stop knocking on their door just because they're trying other possibilities, right? So it looks like Spirit is like always redirecting them back to your connection, because this is an important connection. I feel like this connection brings them closer to themselves, as well as you closer to yourself. And again, with this Death card, it's the same energy. Like, this connection is supposed to transform you. It's supposed to transform the both of you. And you might be at different stages, but this person's like, they're kind of being forced by Spirit to do the same. The only thing Spirit cannot do is like make it go quicker or slower or anything like that. There is still free will going on here. So however many times your person wants to try other possibilities, they will be able to do so, but just know that they will be redirected by Spirit back to you, because we have this new beginning here. So eventually you will have a new beginning with them. It is meant to be that you will have this fresh start and things will work out. But I think that your person is at this time still a little bit too afraid. I think that with the Page of Swords, like, they are still in the early stages of their awakening or of their transformation. Like, I think that it's still fairly new to them. They're still, maybe they have recently come to terms with them needing to change, or this thing really not going away. But I still feel like they have been trying to run for a very long time. They have been trying to outrun a tornado, right? And I think that they finally realized like they cannot outrun a tornado. It's just too massive. It's just too big. They have to accept it and go with it. So with the Page of Swords, we can definitely see that they have been, they might have had some new ideas, or they have recently adopted a new mindset. But again, in this Page of Swords specifically, I can kind of see that this person is still scared. Like, they're looking around them, really worried, like, who is someone gonna attack me? So it's like they just gotten out of a cocoon and they're still quite vulnerable. And I think that you are this King of Wands. It doesn't mean that you have to be a masculine, you don't have to be a man, but we can see that this King of Wands is someone that's confident, that can take the lead, that knows who they are. This is like the real, how do you call that? Like a real leader, someone that people trust, someone that other people will follow, someone that other people will listen to. They will take their word. And I think that that's the contrast between you and your person. Like, they're still that Page of Swords. They're still someone that's quite insecure. Maybe they are not truly able to speak their truth yet, because the Swords talks about communication. It talks about mindset. So it's like they are not fully able to talk about how they feel, or to talk about what they need, talk about their beliefs. Maybe they're still in that stage of trying to maybe just say what other people want to hear, maybe show up the way people want them to show up, stuff like that. And you, on the other hand, you are very confident. You are who you are, and there is no one that can make you change that. You're confident, you're loved. I think that you are passionate about the things that you love. You're not afraid to speak up for it. Like, I think that this is someone that can definitely do a protest for something that they believe in. They might be at the front row, not afraid to be seen, anything like that. So we can see quite the opposite kind of energy. But with the Two of Wands here, it does look like someone is planning something. They are still planning things. So they might be planning to change, planning to do things differently with the Two of Wands. And with the Death card, it's like something about them, some aspect has died within them. Like, this is again that energy of transformation, the energy of something changing, the energy is shifting. And I think that you might be one of the reasons why this person is doing the work now. They are planning to do the work. Maybe they're planning to reach out. But something has changed within them. And this might be different for everybody, what specifically has changed. But it does look like your person's getting ready to come in. And they're coming in quickly. Especially with this beautiful Knight of Swords. So I think that you shouldn't be surprised if they're coming up soon. I just saw 1111 on the monitor as well. So it does look like they're coming in quickly. And with the new beginnings here as well, it does look like they're coming your way. They're coming in soon. It might be that they're coming in swiftly. Swords, again, the Swords energy. It's an energy that's quite fast, quite quick, but it's not very stable. So it might be that there is communication coming in from them, that they are just reaching out to see what's up with you. But there is a new beginning coming. And I think that it depends from person to person whether this is going to be a new beginning that stays, or there is going to be a beginning, maybe even another separation. But I do feel like Spirit is going to give you new beginnings as many times as you and your person might need them, and that everything is going to work out eventually. But it is a process of transformation. It's a process of healing, coming closer to who you are. And I think that the both of you are truly growing through this connection. And I think that you both feel very passionate about one another. But I think that that's something that makes it even more scary as well. That you both don't really want to rely on the other person, because what would happen if this person leaves again, right? So you'd rather maybe push them away in advance so they're not able to fully hurt you, right? So that's what I'm seeing with the tarot cards. Let's get into some advice to end off this reading. So these are Archangel cards or Angel cards. Let's see if Spirit has any advice for you guys. Pile 1. There we go. So the first card we have is take time to breathe. Let me adjust. There you go. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. So yeah, again, Spirit is surrounding this connection. Spirit is redirecting your person every time they are trying to move away from this connection. So it's time for you to trust that Spirit has a plan. It's time for you to trust that things are working in your favor. Things are working out for you. So don't try to force anything. Don't try to change what is. Trust that when it's time, this person will come in and things will work out, because it is supposed to work out for you guys. We also have synchronicity. And it says, thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. Yeah. Again, Spirit is sending you signs. Spirit is sending your person signs. There are a lot of synchronicities that you might find throughout the readings. Maybe just by watching at the clock. Maybe you see their name everywhere. Whatever these synchronicities are, they are a reminder for you that this path was meant for you. Things are working out. Spirit is helping you, even if it might not look like that at this time. So trust. Take a step back and trust that things are working out in your favor. I wanted 2 more, so we have 1. But let's get 1 more. I guess the other one doesn't want to come out. Then it's just this one, right? So the last one we have is Archangel Camuel with Open Your Heart. Thank you, Camuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. Oh, that's beautiful. And I just saw 1515 in the timer. And this card, like breaking the barriers behind my heart. Let's grab that other card. So that card that I said was difficult to translate, right? See, it's like, thank you, Camuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. That's what this connection is doing. It's removing the barriers from your person's heart. They are learning to open up their heart. And you are learning to open up your heart as well. See, he's helping you guys out. If you want, you might want to pray to Archangel Camuel. He might help. You might be able to help. But I think that overall, just Spirit is here to help you guys open up your hearts and be open to love, not be afraid of love, and just live your truth, regardless of the consequences. So that brings me to the end of the reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, I'd love to get a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. I'd love to hear if it resonated. I'd love to hear your stories. You can comment them down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. If you chose the Angel Aura Quartz, this is going to be your reading. And we're going to start out with laying out all the cards for the energy check and starting out with the connection itself. So the energy of the connection is the Judge with the number 14. We also have a Maturity with the number 23. Then for person A, we have Confront with the number 18. We have Turkey spirit with give with gratitude and grace, number 61. We also have another number 18 with the dog. So we have the number 18 twice. Might be significant. It adds up to a 9 that might indicate an ending of a cycle, or just the end of a certain phase of your life. But we're going to talk about all the other cards and their meanings later. But just keep in mind that 18 might be something significant. It might be an age. It might be a date. And the last card for this person is Focus. There we go. Then for person B, we have the number 5 with Teach. So you both have major arcana cards. So this is the Hierophant. And the 18 is... I'm not sure what the 18 was. I'll check that out later. I'll put it somewhere up here. We also have Lizard Spirit with the number 38. Dream the world into being. We have the Ring, number 25. And we have Control. So again, this is a Dutch deck, so that's why the E is on the end. But we have the card Control. So let's talk about the connection first, because we have the Judge and we have Maturity. So although, what did I want to say? No, that's not what I want to say. So with the Judge, I feel like there might be, like, how am I saying? No. I feel like with the Judge that you might be judging each other harshly, or you're judging yourself harshly, or that this connection is judged by other people very harshly. So this can be taken in a lot of ways. I feel like there is something about this connection that stands out to other people, and that's the reason why people might judge you or judge the connection. So I feel like there are just a lot of eyes on you all the time from other people. And it might be very hard for you to really enjoy the connection, because it feels like outside influences are still trying to change this connection, or trying to like take you apart, or just keep you separated, or anything like that. With Maturity here, I do think that you two are quite advanced souls, that you have both come a long way. And maybe there might be an age gap with this Maturity card, that one of you is just a lot older than the other person. But that might not be for everybody. But I do see that maybe this connection has already matured you a lot, right? That you have grown up a lot by being in this connection, that you have learned a lot of things about yourself, or that you've both learned a lot about yourselves through this connection. But I must admit that this connection is a connection where you're both fully in it, to be honest. Because we have the dog on one side, and the dog is all about loyalty. And on the other side, we have the Ring, talking about commitment, about marriage. So I can definitely see, like, these two people, they want to be together. They want to be in a committed connection. They are loyal towards each other. So I do feel like for most of you, you might ask whether they love you because there are just a lot of challenges that you're both facing at this time. Or you feel like there are just things might not be going right, or the timing is just not right, or there is just a lot of outside things that might have you worried here. But I must be honest, it's like there is definitely, like, you're both committed to each other. You both want to be with each other. I think that's very clear. Now, for person A, we have Confront as their main card. So we can definitely see like they're facing their shadows, or they're facing this smaller child. I feel like they might be dealing with the past, their past selves, their past mistakes. I think that this person's trying to work on themselves and trying to get them to know themselves a little bit better. Maybe they're trying to get more in contact with their inner child. They want to become more playful. They want to let loose a little bit more. They want to feel joyful. They want to just be grateful for everything they have and get out of their mind a little bit, because I feel like this is someone that is very focused on achieving, gaining more wisdom, or gaining more money, gaining more abundance. They're like, they always want to be better. They always want to do better. And I think that with confront here, something might have happened recently that put them to a pause. So they might had some health issues, or something happened at their company. They might have lost their job, or it might be something very small. It might be different for everybody, but it's like whatever happened, it helped them realize how great their life already is, and that they should be grateful for everything, for every part of their life, of their situation, of whatever it is. And I think that they are coming to terms with the old ways, right? So it could be that this person was quite a workaholic and they missed out on a lot of events, or they missed out on a lot of fun times. And they're coming to terms with that now. Like they're finally able to say, okay, I worked very hard to gain all of this abundance, but I missed a lot of fun times, but I'll make up for that now. And I do cherish the good times that I've already had. And for some of you, there might be children in this connection. It might not be for everybody, but I do feel like this person or it might be that there are pets. But I think that this person does feel a little bit bad about missing certain important things when it comes to their pets or their children, like maybe some dance recitals or things at school that they've missed. But I think that at this time, because of that pause, or because of that thing that happened, they're finally able to see it for what it was. And they're trying to now focus on the present moment, focus on their family, focus on happiness instead of chasing abundance, chasing money specifically. So and with this turkey, it does look like, I'm not sure which holiday it is, like Thanksgiving. So this person might have missed out on Thanksgiving, for example, stuff like that. They have missed out on a lot of things because they were focused on work. But I think that now they decided to put their focus on the family, to put their focus on what truly makes them happy, because they realize like this chasing money is not going to make me happy in the long run. Maybe this judgment is about judging each other for things that happened. It might be that you are married or that you were married. But I do think that this is a connection that is not very recent. It's like this is a connection that you've known this person for a very long time, for the most of you. And if it is recent, I do think that there is a big part of this story that already happened separately from each other, right? That this person was a workaholic. They were always on their own. Maybe they had a dog and that's all they had. And they just focused on work so much. And now by finding you or this person, person A, is finally realizing that by working so hard and having just their work and a dog, they really missed out on a lot. And they want to embrace life a little bit more now. So that's what I'm seeing with this person A. Let's take a look at person B, because I've talked a lot about person A now. So with this teach card, I feel like this person might be a teacher, but in a literal sense of the way, right? So they might work at a school or at a university, but I do feel for others, this teach card is more about this person being an example for other people. So maybe in general, people just really look up to you. People aspire to be more like you. I feel like this person is very confident in general, and they just naturally shine bright. People naturally feel drawn to them. They look up to them. They listen to you. And I think that this person probably does have a purpose in life that regards teaching other people or helping other people. It doesn't have to be teaching specifically. But I do feel like this is like a light worker person. And that can be in many ways, of course. But I can definitely see that here. But with control here and the ring, it might be that this person wants something from the other person. And instead of it letting it happen organically, it's like they're trying to force it a little bit. They're trying to get their way. And instead of it letting it run its course, it's like asking it a lot. Like I hear nagging, nagging about it. So I think that this person is like still trying to remain in control over the situation, although it might not be really helping them. So there might be a need to release control a little bit when it comes to this person. Because like I said, this person is very loyal to you. And you both want to be in this connection. You both want it to work. So yeah, if you are this teach person or this lizard person, you might want to release control a little bit and let it happen, because it definitely will happen. And with a lizard spirit, with dream the world into being, you might have big dreams for yourself. You might have big dreams for your family. I think that you might be dreaming of a big wedding with the ring or a great proposal. Maybe you're already dreaming about how your person's going to propose to you, anything like that. And I think that with this lizard spirit, it's like, it's okay to dream about it. It's okay to fantasize about it, because dreaming of something or thinking about something actually attracts it to you. But it's important for you to not put any expectations on it. Yeah, expectations on it. Or say like, I want it now, or it has to be exactly like that. You have to let it come the way it's supposed to come in, and at the timing that it's supposed to come in. You cannot force things. You have to let the energy flow naturally. And I think that you can do that. You're fully able of doing that, but you have to release that control a little bit and start trusting, because this person does look like someone that's very trustworthy. And I think that this person is really trying their best at this time. They might have made mistakes in the past, especially with this confront card, but they're trying to do better, and they're trying to like give you a lot of things, right? So they might give you presents. They might just want to share a lot of things with you, like talk about things a lot, just trying to reach out to you, something like that. But with the judge, coming back to it now, it might be that something might have happened to one or the other, and that there is some judgment towards each other. Because, like we said, this person might have been a workaholic, and the teacher person might be blaming them a little bit for being absent. And maybe the other way around too, like this teacher person does look like they're very focused on like building that family, getting married, like putting that ring on, getting like that final signature, like the big thing, the whole 9 yards, right? Like being very focused on putting on the stamp on the connection instead of enjoying the connection, whether it is like officially married or not, just cherishing the moment. So it might be that there are like some harsh judgments towards each other, although there is a lot of love here. Because that's something that's very clear to me, that you both want to be in this connection and there is a lot of love here. So that's about it for what I'm seeing with the energy check. Let me remove these cards and let's get into some more oracle cards and some tarot. Okay, so let's get some more oracle cards. So how does your person feel? Do they truly love pile 2? Does pile 2's person truly love them? We have Healer of the Ages. Let's see if we can make... Well, that's way too many, Spirit. I'd like just one more, please. I'll take the top one of these. And we have Indecision. Let's get our next deck. So, does pile 2's person truly love pile 2, please? What's the energy here? How do they feel? Okay, thank you. I think you guys have 3 now. I only wanted 2. But I don't know why. You always tend to get an extra card. So let's see what we have. So the first card is New Beginnings. Ooh, I like that one. Pile 1 got this one as well. So you might feel drawn to pile 1 too. But it is quite a different reading. We also have Gateway. And we have Healing Chaos. Another one that pile number 1 got as well. So, yeah, it does look like something happened in the past with this Healing Chaos. And that was the same energy I picked up on with the Confront card. So, yeah, I'll just read the oracle cards first, then we'll get into some tarot. But I feel like something has happened in your connection that has caused a lot of pain or a lot of chaos. But I do see that this was an opportunity for healing, especially because we have this Healer of the Ages card. Like, a lot of things that happened in the past will be resolved, will be healed in this connection. And by healing this, there will be a new beginning, a beautiful new beginning for the both of you. And with Indecision, instead of getting the idea that they don't know what to do, I feel like it's more of a positive card of this new beginning is so open that you can decide where you want to go with this connection. It's like fully open. You can decide to go in a different direction with this connection. It's like maybe in the past you both were very focused on yourself and you didn't have much time to do things together. Now, with this Indecision card, you have the freedom to maybe say, like, we want to have dinner dates every single week, or at least 2 times a month we want to go out for dinner, or we just want to have at least an hour of conversation every week, like some kind of little a meeting of the family, like a 1 hour time that you can talk about your problems and just really try and work on your connection. So there is a big opportunity here to have a fresh new start with your person. And I think with Gateway, it does look like it's going to bring you somewhere magical. So it's like this can give you the opportunity to have a fresh new start and to lead to somewhere beautiful. This can be a very healthy, stable connection. And I think it will be if you want it to be with this Indecision. Like, if you both want to make it work, which I feel that you do, this new beginning will really pay off. Your hard work within this connection will really pay off. You just both have to decide how you want to move forward with this connection, because you both want to move forward with this connection. It's more so like the semantics of it. Like, how do you want to make it work? How do you want it to be better than it used to be? Because obviously in the past it didn't really work out. but there is a big opportunity for you both to shift your energy and to really move up, because the gateway, it does really give me the idea of a portal, like being on one end, seeing a beautiful portal and going through it and coming out in a totally different beautiful world, right? So that's what I'm seeing with this gateway card, that your connection is going to go through a portal, right? So now things might not be working out really well. There might be some insecurities coming up. You might just feel like we have to work so hard for it, stuff like that. But once you both decide that it's time for a fresh start, you decide how you're going to get there and what you're going to do to make it work, you're able to go through this portal and you'll have the opportunity to have that beautiful connection after. And from then on, everything's going to be like rainbows and sunshine, right? That's the idea that I'm getting here. So that's it for the oracle cards. Let's get into some tarot. So I guess we're just getting some advice, because I don't have that much to see. Like, we could get more information about their feelings, but I think their feelings are so clear. Again, we have that indecision card with the Two of Swords, by the way. Let's see how they want to fold. I guess like this. So, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Six of Swords. Yeah. So, what am I seeing here? I love this deck, by the way. It's beautiful. Especially the backing. Let me show you. I love the colors. But I'm getting distracted again. Sorry. So, we have the Three of Wands reversed, and the Three of Wands talks about action. So I feel like it's not the right time to take any decisive action as long as you're unsure, or as long as you don't have all the answers. And I think that that's the thing for both of you. Like, you might be both still deciding if you want to move forward, if it's worth all the effort. But I feel like there is a lot of love still here. But it might just be that you still need to heal, because we have all these cards about healing, that this healing needs to take place. You have to be at least partially healed from whatever has occurred before you can make a decision to move forward. And again, we have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Hierophant. So the Seven of Pentacles talks about like planting a seed, making it grow, and reaping the fruits of your hard labor. So I can definitely see, like, if you decide to move forward with it, if you choose this new beginning, that you will be able to reap the rewards from it. And it'll be like quite beautiful, so to say, because we have the Hierophant as well, and the Hierophant talks about marriage. So I do see that there is going to be marriage in your future if you want it to be. And I think that, yeah, I mean, with the Six of Swords as well, it's like you're going into calmer waters. So the arguments will dissolve. It'll just get a lot easier. You will walk away, or you will move away from this judgmental energy that we were seeing, this chaos that we were seeing, maybe old problems that kept resurfacing. I think that those things are being healed at this time. So you can move forward with ease, and you can move forward with this connection with ease. And I think that you will be growing together. You will be working on this connection together with the Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, you might want to walk away from this connection and move to a connection that's just easier. And this Hierophant might be about a divorce, but I feel like that's not the case. I feel like if that would be the case, that the Hierophant would be reversed, and it's not. So I guess that you will definitely want to stay in this connection. You want to work on this connection. and your partner would want to stay in this connection as well, or your person. I'm already saying partner, so I feel for most people, or at least for quite a lot of you, you might already be in this connection, and you might be together already. For other people, this is like that separation kind of energy, that you have known this person for a very long time, but you're just not living together at this time. But I feel like you're just both going through this big healing cycle at this time, and that there will come, and that a new beginning will come for you guys once you both decide that the time is right, and you will both want to move forward and build together, because we did see the ring and the dog being loyalty, commitment, all that kind of jazz. So that's about it for the tarot cards. I'd love to get some more advice with this deck over here. So we're going to end the reading off with some advice. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 2? Okay, there we go. So let's take a look. So the first card we have is Change and Transition with Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So yeah, we talked about this already. Like, you're going through a change. You're both in a stage of healing. And this healing will bring forth a big change. But for now, it's like this tornado just really cleared out the path. But it just needs time to regrow. With the Seven of Pentacles, you need to give it some time to regrow, right? And that's what you guys are doing. Like, you're healing yourself, you're helping, or not you're helping, you're just working on yourself, letting yourself transform, letting yourself be transformed. We also have Shine Your Light with Archangel Uriel. So this is a similar energy as that solar plexus energy of person B and that sunflower. And it says, thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. So yes, I think that you have found your life purpose recently. And Spirit is really encouraging you to focus on that, to focus on what you were meant to do on Earth, that you are supposed to shine your light on this world. Don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to be seen. Trust that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And that Spirit is really helping you out behind the scenes. We also have the Miracle of Prayer with Archangel Sandalphon. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But it says, thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So you might want to pray about this connection. You might want to pray about anything you want answers to. I feel like praying at this time is going to be very helpful for you. It might just bring you some ease. It might help you get some answers that you're waiting on, and they might come from unexpected messengers. So if you've recently prayed about something, you might just randomly hear someone talk about it, or you might find a reading about it that you weren't expecting. Trust that your prayers are heard and that you will receive an answer, and just keep your eyes and ears open for it to arrive. And let's get the last message. The last message is Peace and Harmony with Archangel Raquel. Raquel, thank you, Raquel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. So yes, you are bringing more peace and harmony to your life by pursuing your purpose and by being your authentic self. And I think that Spirit is really applauding you for following your path and just trusting the journey, and just trust yourself that once you walk this path, that you will be surrounded by an harmonious light, that you will be surrounded by people that want to help, by people that are kind to you, with people that will be very grateful to have you in your life. Trust that you are protected. And I think that you are truly bringing a lot of abundance into your life by just following your path and trusting your path at this time. Don't let anybody hold you back. Okay? So yeah, that brings me to the end of the reading. I truly hope it resonated. I'd love to hear down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. And I hope to see you in one of my next videos. So bye guys. Have a great day. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. If you picked the Lepidolite crystal, this is going to be your reading. And we're starting out with some oracle cards for the energy check. So the energy of the connection is shown by the river with the number 34 and the number 27 with the sacred woman. Then for person A, we have Beaver Spirit with Lay a Solid Foundation with the number 6. We also have the Querent, the number 28. Then we have Communicate, sorry. So this is a Dutch deck. In Dutch, it is communicatie. That's why my word came out a little bit weird, sorry. And the other one we have is the 9 of, I think, the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Pentacles, but it says well-deserved reward. Then for person B, we have Otter Spirit with the number 42. You are never alone. We also have number 20 with the Garden. Then we have Karma. And the last one we have is Dedicated Effort. So yeah, I think these are Pentacles. It's the 8 of Pentacles. And you both have Pentacles energy. I think that's pretty cool. And by the way, we have the Beaver Spirit with the number 6. And we have Otter Spirit with the number 42, which also adds up to a 6. So I can already see like there are a lot of similarities between person A and person B. Also that you're both in an earthly energy of creating, of building, of like working on yourself, building your way up. So I think that's a very cool thing. But let's start with the energy of the connection with the sacred women and the river. So I want to start out with the river. The river talks about flow. The river is like a stream. It takes you from place A to place B, and you'll have to go with the current. It doesn't work to go against the current, right? So it does look like spirit is like there is a purpose for your connection. You're supposed to go somewhere with this person, whether this is a physical location or just a certain destination in life. When it comes to spiritual growth or like having a very happy family, it could be anything really, but it does look like spirit has a plan for the both of you. And with the sacred women or woman, I think I read it as women because you might be two women and you both are very intuitive. You're both very spiritual. So maybe that's why it came up. But I think that in general that this connection is meant to follow a certain flow, and also with it being a feminine energy, it's all about flow, about creativity, about receptivity. So I feel like you were both supposed to receive a blessing. You're both supposed to receive very fun and great things in your life. And I think that this connection is also a part of a blessing that has been given to you in this lifetime. So that's more of the basic energy of the connection. Let's talk about person A first with Beaver Spirit. So it does look like this person. By the way, I don't know why this is coming up, but with lay a solid foundation, in my head, I heard like this person's wearing a solid layer of foundation on their face. So for some people, this person likes to wear makeup and they like to wear foundation. But that's definitely not for everybody. But the other thing I'm hearing here is that this person is like working on their stability, or they have been working on their stability and they're now ready to like build on top of that. And that's what we're seeing with this well-deserved reward as well. Like this person is really working hard. They are working on themselves, especially with the Quartz. And the Quartz being here might indicate that you are this person, because the Quartz is the card that talks about the person that's watching, or the person that I'm reading for. So possibly you are this beaver person. But I think that this beaver person is truly working on themselves, as well as just really trying to like build something decent for themselves. And with well-deserved reward, it's like you have come so far that you don't have to work so hard anymore. The foundation is already there. You're building upon the foundation, and you're not in a rush anymore, because you're at a place that's actually already enjoyable. And I think that that's something that you're not really used to, that you're trying to adjust to. But I think that you're actually at a great space at this time, and that you're finally able to fully enjoy what you've created with this well-deserved reward. And we also have communicate when it comes to this connection. So I think that this beaver person really wants to communicate with the other person, that you're really trying to grab their attention, really want to reach out, maybe want to hang out, stuff like that. But maybe that's not really appreciated at this time, or this person might shut you down often, or I'm not sure. It does look like this person might be in another relationship. That doesn't have to be the case, but it could be that this person is in a different connection at this time, especially because we have karma underneath. It's like it might be that they are still in a different karmic connection opposed to this person. I feel like this person might be single, but with karma being here, it's like they have to work through some karma at this time. They have to work on themselves. They have to release certain wounds, certain patterns. What's it called? Like blockages. It's like some soul contract that they had with the person that they're currently with, if they are with someone. It might also be that they're just single, but at the same time, they need to work through some karma first. And that's why there is a blockage surrounding your connection, that you might not be talking to each other as much as you'd like. With the garden being here, I definitely hear like watering your own garden. So I do feel like this otter spirit just has a lot of work to do on themselves, and that they don't have the energy, or they don't have the capacity to water this beaver's garden as well. Like they really need to focus on themselves. They need to put that energy towards themselves. We also have that dedicated effort here. So it does look like they have to really work on themselves. They really need this time to put into themselves, to water their own garden, to heal, to work through some karma, to work through some trauma. But I do think that they're finally doing the job. Like they're finally putting in that work that they might have not done in the past. If they are still in a connection with someone else, it does look like they're still avoiding this part, and they're trying to have their garden watered by someone else so they don't have to put in the work. But I feel like once that connection will end, they will need to put in the work, and they will start doing the work. So it depends on whether this person is with someone else or that they are single as well. Or maybe you are in a connection with them. That might be the case as well. But I do feel like they need to spend some time on themselves to truly work on themselves. So even if you are this other otter, you might want to give this person a little bit more space to work through some things that they need to work on. And yeah, I mean, I hope that resonates sometimes. But yeah, with communicate, I do think that this beaver really wants to reach out to the otter. They really want to hang out with the otter, have fun together. It's like, look, my life is stable. I'm ready for something good to enter my life. I'm ready for a connection. I'm ready. And I think that that's what they'd love to communicate. Like, I've got my shit together. Now we can be together. But at the same time, it's like this otter spirit person still has some karma to go through. They still need a lot of water to water their own garden. They need to put in a lot of effort. They're like one step behind on this beaver spirit person because they are the 9 of Pentacles and they are the 8 of Pentacles. So I think that if you're the beaver person, you just have to trust that this person is coming, but it might take some time. As we all know, the river will always stream in the same direction, but it's not always going at the same speed. So if you drop something in the water on one side and the stream is the current is very fast, it'll just end up on the other side a lot quicker than if the stream is a little slower or if the object that you threw in was a little heavier, right? So it's like you're going through the same stream, but you're just not going at it at the same speed. You will reach that end point, both of you, but it might just take some different time frames. So I think that's your main message, that this connection is very important. I feel for a lot of you that this is a soulmate kind of connection, especially because you have such similar energies. I could almost read this as 2 of the same people. So it might be actually twin flame kind of energy if you resonate with that. But yeah, I think that there is a big purpose to your connection and that this person truly loves you, but they're just too wound up in their own problems at this time to truly have you and cherish you the way that you deserve to be cherished. So that's the energy check. I think that's about it. Let me remove these cards. We'll get some more oracle cards and then we'll dig into the tarot. Okay, so let's see. Does your person truly love you or how do they feel about you? Okay, that was a lot quicker than expected. Your energy is going very fast today. So we have attachment and magician and the mirror. That's interesting. So let's get some more oracle cards. So Spirit, what else do you have for pile 3, please? How does their person feel? Do they truly love pile 3, please? Whoop. Okay, well, I don't want to take all of them. I'll just take the top one of both of the stashes that I'm seeing. And then maybe we'll take some more later if it's necessary, right? If I feel drawn to it. So we have flexibility and we have leadership. Ooh, yeah, this is strong twin flame kind of energy, I must admit. So I hope you guys are familiar with the term twin flames. It's like a person that is actually like the same soul as you, and they are a divine reflection of who you are, like a divine mirror of who you are. So we have magician and the mirror. So to me, it's pretty clear that that's the case with you and this person, that they are your divine reflection and that you are the magician. You can create your reality. And the the person that we're talking about will mirror your energy. So it's all about how you go about your connection or how you go about your life. If you do something, your person will follow, especially with leadership as well. It's like you do one thing, they will follow. Just like we talked about with that river. Like if you jump into the river, you will go with the stream and you will end up at a certain point. If you do that, your person will jump in the stream as well and they will get there too. The only thing is, once again, you might not go at it at the same rate, but trust that if you take a step, they will follow you because you are mirrors of each other. You're divine mirrors of each other. So I think that that is a very clear message for you that yes, this is true love. They truly love you. They might not realize that at this time, to be honest. They might still have a little bit of a veil, a little bit of a blur surrounding what this connection actually is. I think that they have a sense of this person belongs in my life. This person is important to me with attachment. It's like, again, we see that same mirror, like a divine reflection. But we can definitely see that there is a very strong connection between the two of you. I think that this person is just not fully aware whether this is love, because it is love, but it's a very different kind of love than your usual connections, right? So I think that if you think about this connection and your connection with your person, you will realize that it's very different than any other connection that you've ever been in. And I think that now being in this connection, you can still talk about the other connections being love, but you can definitely realize that it's love, but it's different, right? And sometimes you might doubt that this connection is truly love. Maybe sometimes it does feel more of a besties kind of vibe. But then again, it's like deeper than that, right? So I think that your person truly loves you and that there is a very, very deep attachment between the two of you because this person is like your soul mirrored back to you, right? So they truly love you and they love you just as much as you love yourself. So, for example, if you'd work on self-love, loving yourself more, it will actually draw this person in as well, because by loving yourself more, doing more acts of love towards yourself, you will ask this person to do the same indirectly, and they will follow your lead and they will love themselves more. They will become more authentic, and your true authentic form of both of you is being with each other because you are the same soul, truly. And I think with flexibility here, I think that you might need to let go of timelines. You might need to let go of how this is exactly gonna plan out. It's like you have to take the steps you want to take the steps that feel right, but at the same time, let go of outcomes, let go of time frames, let go of how things will plan out. Because with the magician here, you are a great manifester. But the thing with manifesting is that you can manifest something, but by putting expectations on it, you might limit it. So you can manifest it and just see how it comes into your life, because spirit might have a different plan of giving you your manifestation, but in a different way, for example. So you need to be a little bit more flexible when it comes to this connection. You might want to call this person in, but don't place expectations on how they're going to come in or with what attitude they might want to come in. So for example, you might really want communication with this person and you're asking spirit like, please give me communication. Please let them reach out to me. And then, maybe a friend of yours just talks to you like, I recently saw this person and they wanted to tell you that they said hi, right? And that's communication, right? But it's not the communication that you wanted. you wanted to speak to them directly. You wanted to communicate with them face to face instead of like through another person, hearing the story from like a different mouth, right? So if you want to manifest this person, maybe you'd like to be more specific. That could help. Or you need to be open to it coming to you in a different way than you expected with this flexibility card. And I think that's about all the messages that I'm seeing in the Oracle cards. It's time to get into the tarot. So let's see. I'd love to see, like, why is this person not communicating with you? Or why is this person not reaching out? Or what's holding them back? Let's see. So we have the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, ooh, and the King of Cups reversed, yeah. So let's get 1 or 2 cards extra. So I do think they see you as the Empress. 8 of Swords reversed. They see you as the Empress. So you are possibly a feminine or divine feminine. You don't have to be. But I do think that they can see that you are in your power. You are this beautiful person that attracts everything to them. You're not forcing things. You're going with the flow. You're trusting the process. And you are probably in quite a creative state as well, because the Empress is very creative. So they see you as this beautiful creature, this beautiful person, and they want to give you something. They want to reach out to you. They want to offer you stability. They want to offer you something great. But with the King of Cups reversed, I think that they're still a little bit emotionally unavailable. I think that they cannot really handle their emotions very well at this time. It's like we can see here, like this little old guy, he is traveling over sea and the sea is quite rough. But because it's reversed, here he is sitting quite peaceful. But because it's reversed, to me it indicates that there is like rough emotions. The sea talks about emotions, so there are a lot of emotions coming up. There is a lot of turbulence. And instead of this person sitting here peaceful, I guess you can picture how someone would sit there that's not very capable at dealing with this kind of, like, it's like they're seasick, right? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. They cannot handle these emotions. They're getting sick of it. They're feeling overwhelmed. They cannot really cope with what's going on. I think that's the energy that we're seeing here. Like, they want to offer you the world. They want to give you something great, something stable. But the emotions that come with you, the emotions that come with this connection are just too much. And with the 8 of Swords here as well, although it's reversed, I'd love to get a clarifier. So why is the 8 of Swords reversed? Let me check. 3 of Cups. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was what I was thinking. Usually the 8 of Swords talks about feeling stuck because of your own mindset. Now, I thought, like, if they're not ready to give you anything, why would they feel stuck? Why is it reversed? So they don't feel stuck. They don't want to feel stuck. I think that's why it's reversed. Like, they don't want to feel like they're being held down. They don't want to have any limitations. And I think with the 3 of Cups being here, it's like, it does look like for now it's safer for them to just be friends with the 3 of Cups. Or if you don't really want to be friends, or you're not really just friends, that they want to have fun at this time. Like, it's a phase of their life that they're not ready for commitment. They were not ready to settle down yet. And that's why this 3 of Cups is here. Like, they still want to have fun. They want to hang out with their friends. They don't want to feel like they're stuck at home, stuck with chores, maybe have someone nagging at them. Like, maybe someone trying to influence them, trying to change them, anything like that. And I'm not saying that you would be someone that does that, especially because you're sitting here. I don't believe that you would control this person or that you would try and change them. But I think that that's their fear, because it is a swords card. Like, they fear that you're gonna hold them down. They fear that you're gonna hold them back, that they cannot have fun with friends anymore. Maybe they are afraid that you'd get jealous of their friends, or that you wouldn't allow them to do certain things, stuff like that, right? So I think that the overwhelm of all these emotions and all these doubts and like the combination of feeling this intense love in combination with that extreme fear of like settling down is so overwhelming that they just don't communicate with you, don't reach out, because it's too much for them. They cannot handle that kind of energy at this time. And instead, they might really focus on having fun with friends. Maybe if they have a different partner, like spending time with that partner, having fun, so they don't have to think about your connection and about what a beautiful divine soul that you are, because the Empress is a major arcana card, right? And the Empress is like the divine feminine itself. The divine feminine itself. So they see you as their queen, right? They put you on a pedestal up there, right? So I don't think you need to be afraid that they don't want you at all. That's not the case. They want you so much so that they're extremely afraid of their feelings for you, because it's so much. It's too much for them. So yeah, that was what I was seeing in the tarot cards. Now I'd love to get some advice for you guys. So let's see if Spirit has some advice for you. So yeah, I don't want to take all of the cards. I have 2 now. So let's take one more and then we're going to check them out. Yeah, there we go. So let's see what we have for you guys. The first card we have is Signs from Heaven. And it says, "Thank you, Heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence." So your spirit guides are clearly trying to communicate with you. You might be seeing feathers regularly, like feathers falling down, or a specific colored feather on the floor or on outside when you walk. You might want to check out what the color of the feather means. There might be a specific meaning behind it. You might also just see butterflies or different animals that have a message for you. Maybe specific numbers repeating themselves, just like we have 2 number 5s over here. That might be significant as well. We also have 2 number 3s. Take that as it resonates, but you might want to look that up. Then we have Spirit Animal. "Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love." So you might have certain spirit animals at this time trying to help you out. It might be that, like I said, you have some animal messengers that are trying to communicate with you. If you want, I do have a video about animal guides. You might want to check it out. I know it's an older video and my skills were not as good as they are now, but it might be useful. You might want to check it out. But I definitely see that there are animals surrounding you at this time that have a purpose of being there for you at this time. It might be that one of your pets is just an animal guide that's really here to support you at this time, for example. We also have Leap of Faith. "I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me." So you might be taking a leap of faith. You might want to start something. Maybe this Empress is you and the Ace of Pentacles is you starting a new venture. It might be the case that you like we saw with that well-deserved reward, that you had built this stable foundation for yourself, and now you're able to dream bigger. You want to go further. You want to get more. Take that leap of faith. Whatever this leap of faith is about, it might be different for everybody, but follow your dreams. Don't be afraid. The universe has your back. The universe is sending you signs about whatever this thing is as well. Maybe through animals. So I think that you should really pay attention to the signs and signals that you're seeing at this time and trust them. Trust that they are here for a reason, and really look at the messages that are behind them. By the way, the number 5 is all about change, big change. So it might be that there is big change coming for you. We also have the number 8 talking about abundance. So it does seem like your life is turning around. You're inviting big abundance into your life. Just on a little personal side note, right? I think that Spirit just really wanted to sprinkle that in here because you have been doing so great, that you've been working so hard, and they wanted you to know that things are going to be all right. You're going to be abundant. You're going to have a lot of abundance in your life as well as love. So don't worry. Things are going exactly as they should. Your person does truly love you, and they will be with you when they're ready, when they come down that stream, right? So that brings me to the end of the reading. I truly hope it resonated. If it did, I'd love to get a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. That really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 4. If you picked the Labradorite crystal, this is going to be your reading. And we're starting out with the energy check. So let's see what oracle cards we have for you guys today. So the first card for the connection is Anima Mundi. And this is a card that also came up in, I think, not my last reading, but the one before that. So you might have watched that pile and you picked this one and you recognize the card. If that's so, you are probably in the right pile, because it does look like this is going to be a similar energy. If it's not, just continue watching. We'll find out soon enough. We also have the Divine Masculine, and I feel like that was the same card we had then. But regardless whether this is like the same exact energy, we'll just see what it has to say to us today. So we have the Divine Masculine and Anima Mundi for the connections energy. Now let's take a look at person A. For person A, we have the sacral chakra. And I think it looks kind of red, but it's orange, bright orange. We also have a vulture spirit with Nothing is Wasted, number 63. Then we have the Tower, number 19. And the last one for this person is, what's it called? Like concealment? Yeah. And we have the image of a mask. So it might feel like this person has to wear a mask, or they're wearing a mask. Now for person B, we have Detach with the number 11. We also have Starfish Spirit with Open to Infinite Possibility. We also have The Ways, number 22. So we have 11 and 22, a lot of angel numbers. And we also have the 2 over there. And the last one we have is Sincerity, like being sincere. And we have this rose. Beautiful. So let's start out with talking about the connection itself. So we have the Divine Masculine and we have Anima Mundi. So the Anima Mundi card talks about accepting everything, like accepting life and all of its aspects. Even if things seem contradictory, like realizing that there is a truth in everything. And I think that when it comes to this connection, the Anima Mundi kind of shows us that love has many forms, or that this connection might change throughout life, but there is still like that main, like the connection is rock solid, right? It's not going anywhere. It might change, it might morph, but it's still there. It will never disappear. It'll always be a part of your life. And with the Divine Masculine, I feel like this is a card that talks about protection. On the one hand, like we can see that this Leo is protecting this man. We have the eagle that might send them messages from what's going on surrounding them. We have this shield, again, about protection. So I do think that spirit is divinely protecting this connection. And with it just being the masculine, I feel like it talks about the man or the masculine energy in this connection needing to take action, or that this connection is only going to move forward when the masculine decides to take action. And to be honest, I feel like this starfish person is going to be the feminine, the vulture is going to be the masculine. It doesn't have to be the case, and these, again, are energies, so it doesn't mean that the feminine is a female or the masculine is a male, but these are energies. So I do feel like this is going to be the feminine energy in the connection, and this vulture is going to be the masculine. So it looks like it's time for the masculine, this vulture person, to take steps if they want to reach out, or if they want this connection to change and evolve in a certain way. But let's talk about this vulture spirit person. So we have mask, we have tower, and we have the sacral chakra. I feel in general that this person might feel quite misunderstood, or that they are quite a loner, or at least they might have separated themselves from society a little bit. I feel like they are unsure of how to show themselves in the world, or how to show up in the world. Like they are trying to be someone else, or they're trying to hide certain aspects of themselves because they're unsure if they would be accepted. Especially because the vulture is like an animal that in general is seen as something negative. Like it's a predator bird and it's big, and some people might say they're ugly, right? So I think that that's what this vulture person is actually afraid of, like being called ugly, being called scary, being called useless, like something like that. And I think that they're finally getting more in touch with their sacral chakra. And this sacral chakra can talk about sexuality, but it could also talk in general about the things that they enjoy, the things that they want to spend time on, like their passions, things they're passionate about, stuff like that. So I feel like this might have to do with their sexuality, like certain aspects of their sexuality that they might feel ashamed of. It might be that they're very passionate about, like, for example, like fishing or something like that. I know that sounds stupid, but I had to think of something. Maybe this person loves fishing, and we have a lot of people in the world that are very, like, animal loving, and they're like, how dare you go fishing, hurt those animals, eat them, how dare you, you're not supposed to eat animals like that, you're not supposed to hurt them, and they just feel ashamed of something that they're so passionate about. Of course, for you, it's not going to be fishing. For most of you, this is not about fishing at all. But I hope you see the similarity of someone having a specific passion for something and other people not seeing why that's so important to them, or not seeing the beauty of it, right? And again, that is the Anima Mundi card of, like, truly embracing everything, even if it sounds silly. If you love it, embrace it, right? And your person will do the same. Even if it sounds silly to them, they will accept you for it, right? And I think that that goes both ways, especially because we have the ways. But this vulture spirit, I think with the tower, they might have recently been through a tower moment. That they realize, like, I cannot keep on going like this. I'm feeling terrible, having to hide myself, having to hide what I love. And it's time for a change. We also have the number 63 adding up to a 9, and we have a 9 in the tower as well. That might be significant. It talks about an ending once again. It might also be that they locked themselves up in a tower, so to say, like they really secluded from the world. They felt so alone. They felt like no one understood them, and they just wanted to like get away from other people, get away from society. And I feel for some people that this starfish person was the one that kind of rescued them out of the tower, right? It's Rapunzel, I think, that they let down their long hair and that the other person climbed up to rescue them, so to say. I think that that's the kind of tower that I'm seeing here, like this vulture spirit person feeling terrified of their own passions. They're kind of judging themselves for the things that they love. They stuck themselves in a tower, and this person is coming all the way up the tower to tell them that even that aspect of them is lovely and lovable, and that they love them regardless of what they love, regardless of what they might look like, regardless of anything, that they just love them for who they truly are. And I think that's beautiful. I really love your energy, by the way. And I'm sorry my dogs are playing in the background. I hope they're not too noisy. But let's talk about this starfish spirit person. So I think that this person is very much in tune with the divine, especially because we have that open to infinite possibility. I think that this person has come a long way, especially because we have the Ways card. I think that they might have been in a similar situation as the vulture, but they have opened up, they have found themselves. They were able to move on from whatever situation they were in. And now they are the star, right? They are the star of their own show. They're able to shine. They are truly happy. And I think that they have truly blossomed with this card about being, I knew the word a second ago and now I lost it. Like being sincere. So I think that they are finally becoming, or they are finally more authentic, and they're not afraid to be authentic and to be themselves and to show up as themselves. With detached being here, I feel like this person is able to detach from other people's opinions. It's like they know what's important to them and they don't really care what other people might say, or at least they're trying to let go of other people's opinions. And that's how they're able to free themselves of constraints or of expectations from other people, right? But we can see that they have come so far and they're going at it at a very great way, right? I think that this person sees life quite positively at the time. Like there are a lot of possibilities for them. They're ready to go. They're ready to try out something new or to continue the road that they're on, but they are very optimistic about life. And I think that this starfish person is someone that would really want to help other people go on that same journey as they were once on. But I do think that they are out on the other end already, and that the vulture spirit person is like still on the journey. They're still working through a lot of things. They're still getting to know themselves a lot better at this time. So that's what I'm seeing in your energy check. You might feel like you're the vulture or the starfish or a little bit of both. That's totally fine. If you see yourself in both, it's just an indicator that there might be some mirroring going on. So it might just be that you guys look a lot alike or you have a very similar energy, right? So let me remove these. Let's get some more Oracle and Tarot cards to see if this person truly loves you. So I got some oracle decks to shuffle. So let's see. Let's take a look. Jesus, I wasn't planning on doing that. These ones are not supposed to come out. I think I'm going to take both of these because they did come out separately. So we have 3 oracle cards. Let's take a look. We have 5th chakra with Archangel Gabriel. The 5th chakra is the throat chakra, so that might be significant. Then we have Door to Value, number 31. And we have Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. So we have 2 doors here. That's interesting. I'm going to move them up a little bit so we can get some more cards. So Spirit, does pile number 4's person truly love them? Or how do they feel about pile 4? Can we get some more information, please? By the way, your cards were so quick to come out when I was getting the oracle cards. I think that there is definitely a divine plan to your connection and that you are definitely being guided. That Spirit really wanted you to get these messages. It's funny that as I'm saying that, these cards are not budging at all. So Spirit, can we get one more card? That's 3 more cards. Well, we'll just get them. So I guess you're getting, again, a lot more cards than the other piles. So we have Healing Chaos. So we have Door to Personal Healing and Happiness, but we also have Healing Chaos next to each other. Then we have Leadership. And it's next to the card of Door to Value and the 5th chakra. Then we have Love. Ooh, I love that. And the last one we have for you guys is Flow. So I want to start out with these oracle cards, then we'll get some more tarot cards. I'm going to move them up so you can see them a little bit better before we dig into the tarot. So what I'm seeing here is that within this connection, there is a lot of healing taking place for the both of you. This connection is a doorway to healing and to happiness. So just understand that you are healing through this connection and your person is healing through this connection as well. And that healing can be messy, especially healing chaos. Like sometimes healing feels great. You feel like you're doing a great job. Things are working out. Sometimes healing is damn messy, right? You cannot do anything else but cry. You don't want to leave the house. You're afraid to go shopping. You're afraid to have like a total meltdown at a random public place, right? Sometimes you feel like a mess. But the other times, it's really uplifting and you feel good about all the work that you've already done. And I think that it's important to understand that it won't always look the same and that you just have to trust this process because, as we can see, it will bring you happiness. It'll lead you to your happiness. But it might be messy along the way, especially because you also had that The Way card. Like, it's not a straight way. It has its own twists and turns, and that's just part of the journey. Now, we also have that 5th chakra with Archangel Gabriel talking about communication, about the throat chakra, about speaking your truth. So, first of all, you might want to pray to Archangel Gabriel or ask him for advice or ask him to give you strength. But I think most of all, there is a message here for you to speak your truth and to take the lead over your own life, or maybe over the connection, because we did have that divine masculine energy, being at the center of your connection. I know I said that it might be the vulture person that needs to take the first step, but overall, I just feel in general that there is a need for you to step up to the plate, to step up, to lead yourself to wherever you want to go. And I think that your person will follow suit. So it doesn't have to do with taking a leadership over this connection specifically. It's more so taking leadership over your own life. Don't wait for anybody else. Like, do what you need to do what you want to do, communicate what you want, communicate what you need, communicate your boundaries, and work your way to where you want to go. Because with the door to value, it's like you are very valuable. And I think that you have to stand in your own power, because other people might underestimate you. It's time for you to show what you're worth, to show that you're this amazing person, that you're very valuable. And I think that you might still hide that aspect of you because you're afraid to stand in the spotlights or to be seen as someone important, because you might be afraid to make mistakes, something like that. But you don't have to be afraid, because you are valuable. You have a lot of skills. I think that you're going to be very abundant as well. But it's time for you to follow suit and to take ownership of this part of your life. And again, we're talking about this connection and about if they truly love you. I think that if they could, they would lead towards you. They want to take the lead. They want this connection. But at this time, I feel like they are still working through this chaos. And with flow and love, I do feel like they are flowing towards you, right? They're in this river that's flowing towards you. And they truly love you. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this love card. Wouldn't have that rose blossoming, right? So I do think that your person truly loves you. But again, I feel like they're not ready to speak their truth yet. They're not ready to communicate that with you. And to own up to it, especially with this leadership card. Maybe at this time they are still learning to find their own value. They're still learning to see their own worth with the door to value. But I think that they are getting there. They're working on it. They're trying to love themselves a little bit more, and they are trying to transform the way that they see themselves, the way that their world is, or how they perceive their own world. And they are trying to become more happy. They are trying to find that inner source of happiness, that inner fountain that we have full of joy. Some people are just not able to reach it when they need it. And I think that that's something that they're learning, that they can access their joy at any time. They just have to be open to it and get out of their own way, probably with that insecurity of theirs. But I definitely see that they truly love you, that they're coming your way. But it might take some time, especially because they have to feel more empowered before they can act on it. I think that they want a certain level of success before they can come in, or before they let themselves come in. It's like a kind of an ego thing, that they want to have a certain status before they're good enough for you, so to say. Although you probably realize very well that they don't have to be like very rich. They don't have to look a certain way. You love them for who they are. But I think that that's something that they're still learning, that people can love them for just being themselves instead of needing to be a certain important person, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the Oracle cards. It's time to get into the tarot. And I think I'm gonna ask, because I do think we have already seen like why they're not coming your way right now. Let's see. I think I want to know how they see you. So we have the King of Wands. So, okay. 7 of Pentacles. Six of Swords, Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay. We might need some clarifiers later. Okay. Yeah. So with the King of Wands, I feel like they see you as someone that's very confident in themselves, that is a real leader, that's someone that really knows themselves. They are in touch with their passions. They are this leader person that they probably look up to, and they want to build a future with you with the Seven of Pentacles. And they want to grow with you. They want to build a beautiful family with you. And what we're also seeing here with the Six of Swords and the Five of Swords is that they want to move with you to a different place. I feel like they want to move away, literally move away from whoever hurt you or whoever hurt them or the people that are against them that live near them, right? So it's like they want to move away from this energy of people trying to hurt you or hurt them, or what's it called? Like just feeling attacked all the time. So it might be that you're living in a city that's not very accepting of you, or you might have some people that you don't really like living nearby. I feel like they want to move to a different city or to a different place that doesn't have those people in it. Or if they don't want to move to a different place, it's more so they want to leave behind these specific people that hurt you, hurt them, made them feel small, made them feel like they lost, that kind of energy. And they just want to move away of like that kind of mentality of winners and losers. And I think that they just want more peace. They want to move forward and have more peace, move away from stress, move away from that, what's it called, like competitional element. Like it's like everybody's in competition with each other, and this person doesn't want that. They want to move away from that. They want peace. They want people to see each other as equals, to love each other, to be more gentle, more kind. And with the High Priestess, I feel like they are in touch with the divine, or they are trying to communicate with the divine even. And they are being guided by the divine on their path, on their journey, just like you are guided by the divine. And I think that their spiritual gifts are increasing at this time. Like they're becoming better at receiving the messages, just as you are, actually. And I think that they might see you as like this witchy person, or this person that's very much in contact with the divine. And I think that's something that they do really love about you. I think that you seem mysterious to them, like you have some certain aspects to you that they cannot explain, but they feel very drawn to you with this High Priestess. It's like you're both of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the High Priestess being a feminine, the King of Wands being a masculine. Like you're a very balanced person. You have like that empowerment, that leadership that the King of Wands has, that passion. But at the same time, you are very intuitive, that the High Priestess is. You are very in touch with the divine, with the earth, with the moon cycles, especially. And I think that they love that duality that you have, and that just you're very good at going with the flow. You're very good at following your own intuition. And I think that that's something they aspire to have too, especially because we have that Six of Swords. It's like they're planning to go with your flow, right? They just want to move forward with you to have an easier life, to have more peace and joy and happiness, right? Move away from all of the pain, move away from all of the competition, of all this energy of trying to beat the other person, try to stab them in the back, try to bring them down. They don't want that anymore. They want peace. They want like honesty. They want truth. They want to build something stable with you. They want to build a beautiful family, a beautiful home life, just more peaceful. And yeah, they truly, truly love you, obviously. So let's end the reading off with some advice. I did this in every reading, so let's see if Spirit has some advice for you, if there's anything left to mention. So, okay, we have 2 cards. Let's take a look. The first one we have is the Miracle of Prayer, Archangel Sandalphon, with thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering me my prayers to heaven. So, Spirit wants you to know that your prayers are heard. Your prayers are heard. They are received by the universe. The universe is always listening. Keep on praying for what you want. Keep on praying if it gives you comfort. Prayer might really help you out at this time. Spirit doesn't want you to give up on anything at this time. And we also have signs from heaven with thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. So you might be seeing a lot of synchronicities. You might be seeing feathers. You might be seeing butterflies. Maybe different colored feathers as well. You might want to look up the color of a specific feather. You might be seeing specific names. Or there might, if you think about something, you might see a specific word pop up on an ad, for example. It could be anything really, but there are definitely signs being sent your way. Maybe you're dreaming. In your dreams, you might get messages. But pay attention to those messages because they're here for a reason. It's like it's meant to tell you something. And you will figure out what they mean when the time is right. So we have 2 more cards, and these are the last 2 for today. So let's see what they are. We have take time to breathe with thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. So I think that Spirit wants you to know it's okay to relax. It's okay to not work all the time. I think that you are achieving a lot. You're working very hard. But it's okay to take a rest when you need that. And nothing is going to be ruined by you taking a little break. It's important that you listen to your body and that you give it enough rest or to give it what it needs. It might be grounding. It might be just a nice hot shower to help you unwind, to release some old energies. Whatever it needs, take the time and give it to your body. For example, deep breathing techniques might really help you release blocks. It might help you release some energies that you've been dealing with, especially if you work with a lot of people, you spend time with a lot of people. You might catch their energies and you might want to release those energies before you go to bed. Or if you are feeling overwhelmed, it might really help you to breathe through, push it out, and help you bring it back to center. And let's take a look at your lost card. So we have take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. Yeah, so you had the detached card when it came to this connection. And I think I didn't mention it at the time, but I do think, let me see if I can grab that card. Yeah, there it is. So you had the detached card. So it might be that you decided to take a step back from this connection and you decided to just focus on you, focus on your own growth. And now again, we have take a step back. So I think that Spirit wants you to know that it was the best thing to do for you to take a step back from this connection, to detach yourself from the situation, to trust that when the time is right, that this person will come back. But yeah, just trust that you're doing the right thing. And if you're not sure, ask for signs. ask for confirmation. I think Spirit is definitely willing to help you, to give you that confirmation that you're doing the right thing. So don't worry too much about everything that you're doing, if it's the right thing. Try to relax a little bit, trust yourself, trust your intuition. Your intuition is very strong. If you feel the need to take a step back from the connection, or if you feel the need to take a step back in general from whatever you're working on, understand that it was very much necessary for you right now, that it's something that you need to do. It might need to happen so you can heal a little bit more. But trust the timing of your life. Trust that whenever you feel like you need a break, that you should take a break. It's not because you're lazy, it's because you need that. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the reading. I truly hope it resonated. If it did, I'd love to get a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and comment down below what's going on in your connection. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye guys!